name is Alejandro Ortiz. I'm Colombian, as you might guess because of my accent. I'm currently doing my MBA at Macquarie University, and I will finish my program this year by September. Well, today I want to talk about my experience about being an entrepreneur here in Australia. But I want to tell you something before what happened to me before coming to this country. I was working in the petroleum industry for over 14 years. And suddenly, as you may know, some situations just happened in our lives, and we want to make important changes in our career path. So it happened to me, and I really wanted to do something different. I was working in marketing, in pricing, in operations, right? And I was happy, but I wanted to be something different. So decided to become a life coach. And after being trained for over 4 years, I just thought, okay, that's the time to start coaching people, right? But obviously, I needed to get the knowledge how to run a business. So part of taking this MBA was that having the general knowledge how to run businesses and obviously being part of different organizations. When I just started my program, I remember attending different events with entrepreneurs. Some of them were launched by different clubs within the university. And I remember that those entrepreneurs were having something in common. They were advising students about three main things. First of all, having the confidence. Secondly, facing your fears. And thirdly, having an action plan to make your dreams come true. So besides of talking about a product or a service, they were talking about something more inspiring. So that was amazing. So I really wanted to apply this to my entrepreneurship pathway. I started to be part of the GLP program in the university in order to have some other knowledge how to be a good leader. I also became part of the Google project, which was an initiative launched by the incubator. Was a 4 months program, and especially I was receiving information how to settle a business here in Australia. It was amazing. I finished the program in November, and once I finished that, I thought I was ready to launch something different, right? So I decided to post my coaching services in a couple of websites here in Australia, and I managed to get my first client. That client, I remember, he was an Australian guy, and he was running a retail business here in Sydney. And obviously, you might guess I was a bit nervous at the beginning because especially it was my first time having a coaching session with somebody here. So, but I just thought, let's go ahead because in the end, it's all about confidence and having the courage. So I ran my session, was really nice, and that guy ended up paying me 5 more sessions. So I was very happy at the end of the journey with him. And I thought, I think I'm doing the right thing because I'm, feeling satisfied about what I'm doing. And at the same time, people are just paying for my services. So, well, in February, I counted on the support of the Student Association, and I managed to run my first event face-to-face at the university. And maybe some of you may remember it. It was called Discovering Yourself. So after 2 hours of face-to-face event, I was really happy of seeing, so many people with happy faces, doing, the exercises and, feeling like a something important that we apply to. So, and after that, some of those participants were reaching out to me by email, by, LinkedIn message, because they wanted to continue having one-on-one sessions with me. Then in March, as you might remember, COVID-19 affected almost all of our plans, right? And I was not the exception. I was planning to go abroad to take a couple of subjects, one in the US and the other one in China. But obviously those trips were canceled. And also I was working for retail, but as you may remember, the retail sector was really impacted. So I didn't have a job anymore. So I had two options, or crying like a river because I didn't have the option to go abroad, or starting something new, right? And think positively. So I decided to work on my business more than ever. I launched my Facebook page as a life coach. I also created my Instagram account for the first time, and I also did a rebranding to my LinkedIn profile, uh, making a look like a life coach, right? And I started posting information almost every 2 days regarding, coaching support, lifestyle support, how to be positive regarding these difficult situations, right? And I was reaching out to people every single day. I passed from having 500 contacts in LinkedIn to having 4,000 contacts. And I managed to run some events when obviously reaching out to people. In May, I run my first event with the student engagement department of McCord University, supporting mentor students of different faculties on how to coach other students. In June, I had my first partnership with a migration agency here in Australia, and I ran my first event with them a couple of weeks ago. Nowadays, I'm just working on different proposals for clients who are willing to have a coaching session with me, either within their companies or on a one-on-one basis. So I'm really happy with this. It's been a very interesting, obviously challenging as well pathway, but it's really rewarded. 4 subjects from the university that had been very useful to me. They had been marketing management, managing with a global mindset, rhetoric and persuasion, and entrepreneurial finance. So when I remember also my pathway, being part of the incubator, taking part of the GLP program, uh, the university offers a lot of support to students. It's all depends on taking advantage of everything that is offered by university, being part of different programs or different clubs. It's not only about taking subjects because we have so many things to take advantage of, and it all depends on us. So my advice to you, especially to you guys that want to be entrepreneurs like me, I'm sure many of you have very good ideas, and I'm sure all of you are very talented. I'm just realized that in the end, it's not about not having hard skills, because we do have them, especially because we're studying a very good MBA program. It's more about having the confidence and the courage, as some of the entrepreneurs told me that time when I just attended those events. So my advice to you will be, have the courage, have the confidence, and once you have it, make an action plan that is going to help you to achieve your goals. So, well, this is my story. Hopefully you liked it, and I look forward to listening to many good ideas from you guys that I know you have. So, well, all the best in your career path as an entrepreneur, and I'll see you soon. Bye.